Hello YouTube. I'm doing a quick video on the way to work here. I'm inside my 2007 Lexus IS 250 that has 136,000 miles on it, and I bought it, and the gentleman did not tell me that the transmission was basically bad and would start throwing codes every 100 to 200 miles. It was kind of intermittent, but long enough to pass a smog check here in California, and sold the vehicle. And so anyways, the guy was a butthole. But you know, after being a little angry at that, I put on my big boy pants and I started doing some research on fixing or replacing the transmission. I got quotes to fix it, anywhere from like $2,400 to just redo the valve body, which would fix the problem. I believe it was a valve body and solenoid issue, or which led to the solenoid issue. And so $2,400 to do that, but then that leaves me with the transmission with 136,000 miles on it. I got a quote for a rebuilt transmission and install, which was insanely expensive at $8,000, which would basically total the vehicle. And so I started looking up JDM transmissions, which is JDM is Japanese domestic market. And because of I could be wrong, from what I was reading, I think it's the emission standards in Japan. It gets really expensive to own a vehicle with over 50,000 miles. So oftentimes at 50,000 miles or lower, people get rid of the vehicle and they basically pull the engines and transmissions and sell them to us. And there's importers of those engines and transmissions, and I happened to find a really good one in Dallas. It's Dallas JDM Motors. So I found the transmission online for about $800 or $900, and I contacted a local shop that had really good reviews, and negotiated a price plus fluids to install the transmission, and couldn't have worked out any better. I've been driving the car now for 2 weeks with zero issues. So I'm just making a video because I didn't see a lot of videos on JDM transmissions, and I was leery of doing it, and I guess I'm just, put me in the column for, go ahead, because it was a lot. I ended up spending less than $2,000 for the transmission and the install, and I got a tranny that supposedly has less than 50,000 miles, and JDM Dallas Motors, or Dallas JDM Motors, does a 3-month warranty on the tranny. So you'd know if you had a problem before 3 months. And I'm 2 weeks in, like I said, and it feels great. So before I was having a lot of issues. I was having transmission shuddering. I think it starts as a valve body issue on these sealed transmissions, and now I will never not touch transmission fluid, even though it's a sealed transmission. I will do drain and fills on everything, probably at like 15-20,000 mile intervals. I think on this smaller transmission, that's only like 2.5 quarts or maybe 3 quarts. So anyways, Dallas JDM did me right. I went to the shop to drop the car off. I asked the guy, I said, "Hey, how'd the thing come?" And he said, "It was nice, good shipping, it was crated up." I was laughing. I asked him, I said, "Did somebody like kick it off the back of a truck tailgate?" And he said, no, it's all good, which is important because there's speed sensors on the outside of the transmission, that are delicate. And so they did a very good job shipping. The transmission was very clean. They were responsive when I spoke with them. The shipping was fast. Everything couldn't have gone better. And I want to do a video because I would have liked to have seen a video, somebody saying like, hey, look, yeah, did the transmission work for me? I've seen a lot of engine reviews from JDM, importers in general, and they seem to be overall pretty positive. But I wanted to see more transmission ones. So anyways, I would do it again. And now that I've kind of been through the experience and I know that Dallas JDM is really good, I might possibly seek out a vehicle, maybe a truck or something that needs an engine or a transmission and do it again. Like, who cares if you can get it for a steal and buy a non-rebuilt, low-mileage engine or transmission? Why not? I know I have friends, and I know that's a weird thing to start off to preface with, I got friends, because usually when I hear that, I'm like, well, it's not first-hand experience, and there's validity to that, but they had transmissions rebuilt, and they said it's kind of never the same. There's a lot of parts in a transmission, especially, and they said it wasn't the same, and it is expensive. Now, granted, if you have a shop rebuild your transmission, you will get a longer warranty, through them. But I got prices anywhere from $2,400 to $8,000. $2,400 to redo the valve body, $8,000 to replace with a refurbished Lexus transmission. So, anyways, Dallas JDM for the win for me. I would do it again, and if you're leaning one way or the other, or you're nervous to do it, buy a JDM engine and transmission. I think it's worth it. I think it's a good option to have, once again, a low mileage Lexus or Toyota transmission. Yep, thanks.